Hey guys, good morning. Good morning for Max and Jax. All right, Jackson, you have food. Go do your thing. All right. Well, happy. Anyway, happy Tuesday morning. Have a big day today. Lots of fun stuff planned. New video coming out. Uh, have a talk here in a couple of hours with David um, from. Hang on a second. All right, I'm just making sure I was live. I guess I'm just not live on Twitter for some reason. All right, I got to fix that. I have to fix that. All right. Anyway, hey YouTube, how's everybody doing? All right, happy Tuesday morning. There's William. I'll just make sure everything was good. Yeah, it looks like I'm not streaming on Twitter right now. I don't think anyone really watches me on Twitter, but I'll fix that. I'll fix that. Anyway, William, hopefully you can be here in a couple of hours for my interview with David from Quantify Funds. It's gonna be a burner. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be fire. Whatever's good. I don't know. I'm just joking. All right. A banger. I was trying to say a banger. A burner. I meant to say a banger. It's gonna be a banger. It's gonna be a Marcus knows. William and Marcus are gonna be there. Or I don't know. Marcus, can you be there? Marcus has a day job. He may not be able to be there. So all right, let's check out the market while we're waiting for folks to get here. All right, I've been looking at a bunch of stuff. Okay, so here's one problem. My monitor that I look at the questions that I look at StreamYard on is going out, but it doesn't make the show go out. So even if I can't see you guys, I just need to keep talking and doing the show. All right, but it came back, so I've just been having computer problems. Um, well, that's a lot better look than yesterday. Look at that. Those are daily bars, but heck, I mean, we're barely into yesterday's gap. It looks like we aren't really into yesterday's gap. Looks like maybe we're trying to get into it. We'll see if there's sellers there. I'd imagine there'd be sellers there. I mean, but I'm just kind of pessimistic. Hopefully, there's not going to be sellers there. But I would imagine there'd be sellers somewhere hiding in here. And anyway, and they're going to try to make a new low. They're going to try to get this under six. They'll probably target 670 or something. We'll see. They may not be successful. Hopefully, the buyers will overwhelm them. You guys get your buy orders in there. But anyway, that makes me nervous when that is just kind of a bad look on the chart, in my opinion. Short term. Okay, so here's the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is a little bit ahead of the Qs because their price is back into the gap. So we'll see what happens. Bulls are definitely trying to close this. If bulls could close the gap and close on the other side, yesterday would just be a bad memory, I think. And look at this, a perfect tag of the longer term trend line. Maybe that's all it was, and that would be great. So now let's look at. Yeah, maybe I hear you, Vaughn, on the dead cat. Who knows? Who knows? And Bitcoin is at least on my chart. On my chart, the mean for the whole chart is right here around 91, and we've been swinging on both sides of it. Anyway, we'll see what happens. I won't be surprised if we swing back up and at least hit there. Now, what happens after we get there, who knows? And the thing that's a little concerning about this is the trend line situation. Now, this is a shorter term trend line. So let's get a little perspective on it, but there's still other things being equal. We want to see that bulls definitely want to take that trend line back, I would think, because it's kind of having the look. It's already done this once on the bigger trend line. You guys can see that right there. So in any event, we'll keep an eye on that. All right, so let's look at the divas. Blocks is up 2 points. I like that. I mean, that'll work. That will work. Alt Y is down 30 cents. Let's look at Alt I from Rex. I checked Alt I a little while ago and it was killing it. Look at these guys. Well, up 1%. They were up like 3% earlier in the day. You can see that. You can see this huge rejection tail up here when I checked them, 30 minutes ago or something. Anyway, whatever, up 1%. It's at least a moral victory. And then, of course, K-Yield. K-Yield is, that's fine. K-Yield's done better than the other ones comparatively. Maybe not today, but K-Yield has been impressive. I think people have been happy with K-Yield. I know I've been happy with K-Yield. Hang on. Where is my... All right, my caffeine. Yeah, I've been happy with the K-Yield, but in any event, let's check this out. Now, the diversified divas, for whatever reason... For whatever reason, the AI thing just quit working. The thing just doesn't work anymore. I gave up on the AI part, but my thing that I built, which is this, it's ugly, but it still works. So we'll check it out. We'll check it out. Okay, rolling total return. And this is since the beginning, all the divas and then some other ones that have diva-like characteristics. WPay. WPay's dead to me. I freaking dumped that yesterday. Anyway, I'm just joking. I was just trying to de-risk. Anyway, whatever. I'll talk about it later. Anyway, let's see. As far as, look at this. SPY was above zero, but then the recent pullback pulled SPY back below zero. Chippy's well above zero, and it continues to stay above zero. Then we have triple Qs. QLDY got close. I mean, look at that. QLDY got within 1% right there. Just like the Qs. The Qs couldn't quite do it either. Look back here. The Qs and QLDY. My monitor screen where I can see your comments is dead, so I can't see the comments anymore. But I think you guys can still see this. I think so. I don't know. Maybe not though. Maybe not. Gosh darn it. Okay. You guys were there the whole time. Okay, so when I lose the monitor, it doesn't cut you guys off. All right. All right. Well, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just glad I don't have a big interview coming up in 2 hours. I thought I just needed a new HDMI cable, but the thing that Jax broke was actually a DVI'd HDMI cable. So I need to order one of those. I looked around the house. I had an HDMI cable, so I thought I'd fix it last night. I thought, oh, yeah, Jax just broke the HDMI cable, whatever. Went to fix it, and it's a DVI. I think it's DVI, some type of older type input, DVI or VGA. It's one of those. Any event. All right. But yeah, I was just we're looking here. Look how close Qs and QLDY got. Well, I have QLDY, and I'm really happy with that. I really probably, in hindsight, should have got that instead of WPay. I like WPay's concept, but I needed WPay needs the market to go up. I mean, WPay is getting in this. WPay probably be fine at another time, but I wanted to try something else. All right, so but you can see right here. Then the rest of the divas here are close. Some of them are like you have QLDY is that blue one right there. This green one is K-Yield. Look at K-Yield's been respect. K-Yield got within 3% of even right here, pulled back a little bit, and is now down 4.3, since inception. Not terrible. GPTY's down 8. And then the divas, of course. The divas are like, you guys, whatever, do whatever you guys want. We're divas. You got the divas are down here. Just, oh my gosh. Here's an Alt Y down 17%. Looks like we have a data thing going on, but still, Blocks is down about 16. Alt Y is down about 17. Now look at Alt I. Now Alt I, it's freaking came roaring back. Alt I was down 38%, and now is down 23%. And the recent pullback, if you just look at the charts, hey Jackson, what are you doing? Just chill out, buddy. Okay, hang on. Come up here. Give me a kiss and I'll give you food. All right, hang on a second. Jackson. My apologies. Thank you so much. But yeah, then the divas. But anyway, from down 38 to down 23 is impressive. Do you notice that Alt I doesn't seem to have been affected by the latest pullback the way that even like K-Yield has been, and is off recent highs. Alt I is just roaring ahead. So hopefully they can recover that thing someday. All right, so we have 2 new divas, and I'm going to build a new spreadsheet tonight. But we have 2 new divas, and here's diva number 1. So, we're going to demote. WPay's done. WPay can still be an understudy. But anyway, WPay is never a diva. But we're going to. This is now a diva, Meme Y from Tuttle. Just started yesterday. I'm working on some content on it now. That's the Income Blast product, lightning spread, good stuff. All right, and so that one and Mago, MAGO, are now divas. And I'm not going to put Juiced in there because I don't like Juiced. The divas are my list. It's my, I'm curating the divas. I don't even know if Juiced is out, but I just don't like Juice doing the cap upside deal. But anyway, maybe I'll reconsider. I don't know. You guys have any questions for me to ask? To ask David from Quantify. David has a couple of funds out today. Let's see. We talked about them last night. Is it ISSB? Yeah. Stocks and bonds. Yeah. Or no, stocks and Bitcoin. Okay. Well, I'm sorry. Stocks. I'm old fashioned. Stocks and bonds. That's the way it used to be. Stocks and Bitcoin, or ISBG, right? And Bitcoin and gold. So there's no bonds anywhere. I need to get bonds out of my mind. All right. Well, luckily I have some cash, and I'm thinking about getting some. I'm going to get Meme Y. And I might get Mago, but now I kind of want some of this ISBG. But I'm gonna, or one of these. I know I'm gonna think about one of these, but I'm gonna talk to, David first and see how it goes. But I'm interested in, I'm definitely curious about these income stat products. All right, so now let's go to, let's look at the 2 new divas. Mago, good job. Yeah, Mago looks like a diva, but that's a diva for you right there. Mago's going to fit in just fine with Mago's going to fit in just fine and dandy with Alt I and Alt Y and Blocks. Holy cow, Mago, what are you doing to us? Now, I know people think the Magnificent Seven's dead, but I'm just saying, so I don't know about the Magnificent Seven, but I like the idea. If you want Magnificent Seven coverage, I think this will be a good fund. But yeah, don't get it if you aren't bullish on the Magnificent Seven. Let's look at a long-term chart on the Magnificent Seven. I mean, I may hold off on Mago. I mean, I don't know about, I mean, but I'm definitely interested in MemeY. Even if I have to sell something else to get it, to justify it on risk. So anyway. All right, so what's going on with Lay's? What are you guys talking? Oh, Lay's. Oh my gosh. So Lay's is where it's Lay's chips and it's Lay's what is Lay's? Let's look up Lay's on FinViz. I hadn't thought about Lay's in a long time. It's chips and dips, right? Or something. It's chips, which is Nvidia. Well, it's just okay. It's just chips. I get it. Yeah, that's right. It wasn't there one. There was some fun. They did something that had to do with. Anyway. Yeah, dips. That's why I was getting confused with the short Nvidia, which is dips, which they had the idea of chips and dips. Okay. But anyway, this is just chips, and this is double chips. This is long Nvidia and long AMD. Boy, that's a you know, that's a Mag 7 alternative or whatever. Huh. They need to come out with a lazy where they do this plus income. And I will see. Income's not the solution to everything. I mean, just because, you know, it's for young, you know, as you know, really for younger guys, it's the ones that don't really have income attached to them are probably better. So ones like these, you know, just straight growth funds. So this thing has gone from, it was introduced at 20 and it's at 61. That's, yeah, 51. That's not bad. Yeah. You know, one of them, I don't understand why they don't do one of these funds that's so long short. Why don't they do one that's SPY and VIX or something that's inverse or SPY and gold? You know, or you know, I don't know, SPY and gold, but something like that. So that's more defensive in nature than, you know, than I get. Bitcoin and gold just isn't super. Anyway, I don't really understand that part about it. The correlation and stuff. Jackson, what are you doing, buddy? You have food. Everything's good. Everything's good, buddy. Good dog. All right. So let's look at some other stuff. Let's look at. We were going to look at Mago, and then I was going to look at. It's probably really nothing to look at yet. So we'll skip. I guess we can see how the first day of action's going for MemeY. Let's see if MemeY's in FinViz yet. I have a list of the top 10. I have the trades printed out, but I'm going to do content on it. I don't want to get too involved on this, but maybe if they have the top 10 here, this is an easy way to look at it. They don't, but some of the stocks are SanDisk, that EOSE, LUNR, UU, Iron. They're kind of doing a little different twist on the strategy. They're doing a four-leg strategy. The other one, I'm sorry, the other, hey, thanks, Bond. The other one besides ISBG is, so it's Bitcoin and gold and Bitcoin and stocks, BS or SB. We just did it. ISSB. Yeah. SB, just like SB from our comments. See, I don't see him in here today and from our Discord, but he's in there. He's in there lots of the time. Okay, so that's it. It's ISSB. Like I say, you guys just need to stick around. The show's going to be on in less than 2 hours. You know. less than 2 hours. You ought to just stick around. All right. Let's look at something else. I was trying to think. Let's look at. Let's look at this window. Oh, yeah. And then let's look at this window. All right. And then let's look at a little StockTools.app. Let's see what's going on here. The income ETF analysis. And you guys probably can't see that because I don't think I'm sure. I don't know if I'm sharing that tab, but at least I know about it. I'm getting good at this stuff. Oh, you can see it. Okay. All right. All right. Well, I don't know what to do for my interview. I'm scared my screen's going to go out of my interview and I'm going to have to run in. So I'm thinking about just doing the interview on the laptop just because it works. Oh, and also I'm not using the, hey, if Dan's watching, shout out to Dan. Dan sent a microphone, but I don't have a USB port for it yet. I have a new hub on the way. So anyway, the sound probably is bad on this. My apologies. The sound's kind of echoey from the camera mic, but yeah, I guess I'll probably just do the show on the interview on the laptop. It doesn't matter for the interview because I'm not going to be sharing screens and we're just going to talk. So, all right, look at this. On a one-day basis, look at Soxy killing it. Now it's leaving a lot on the table compared to the parent. Look at Chippy. Chippy's actually beating the parent. That's cool. Then you have 5E. 5E, don't get me started on 5E, but it's either up the most or down the most out of the SPY-based funds that we look at on lots of days. Maybe lots of days, it seems like feeder or 5E's up the most or down the most. Out of the ones on my chart that I look at. GPTY having a good day. Oh, wait, Baggy. Those are just the yield max, which is great. You have to click it one more time and then it selects all of them. So those are just the yield max ones. So that's great, but we have some ones that are doing a lot better than that. I'm sure I bet the round hill ones based on AMD and stuff are going to be, well, we'll see. Based on, well, we'll see. We shall see. I haven't checked if there's any questions under manager's questions in Discord for David. I was on Discord this morning, but I forgot to go by there. Yeah, I called it AMDW. Look at that monster. And of course, because I sold WPay, all the W stocks are going to go straight up, straight through the roof. Straight through the roof. No, but also the reason I did that is because I'm planning on getting something like Mago or something like Meme Y. I was trying to make room in the portfolio. So now that I don't have WPay, I could throw Mago in there or Meme Y. It's probably going to be Meme Y just to replace it, and that's fine. I'm going to give something else. WPay just wasn't doing it for me. Anyway, I probably should have given it more time. Look at GUI. Look at even GUI's getting in on the action here. Carvani, GOW. Let's see what the highest diversified ETF is, and that is right there. There's David's fund today. BTGD, Quantifies fund, Bitcoin and gold, multiple percent. Beating the heck out of the parent. XOMO, oil's doing well as well. Look, so Blocks is the best diversified fund. And that's not, and of course, we all know that here. I'm just joking. But anyway, it's the best ranking one today. That's impressive. That's impressive. It follows Bitcoin. and it's just beating the snot out of Bitcoin. Heck yeah, blocks. Heck yes, blocks. Then some other diversified ones we have here are let's do this. I saw RDTE, which is RDTE. I forget who that's even from. RDT. That RDT. That's from Roundhill. Yeah, that's Roundhill's Russell product. It was the next one down on the list. Right when I clicked off the screen, I saw RDT. I hardly ever hear anyone talk about that one. Not that it's not a wonderful fund, I'm sure. All right, sorry about the delay. Let's get that off the screen. Okay, so here we have it. Here we have it. So this is on a 1 week basis, and we're going to look at, I'm going to look for diversified. The highest diversified ETF, and that is GDXY pretty much. I mean, I'm not going to count that because, but I mean, it's, you know, Soxy and Chippy, but I'm not going to count that either. I mean, widely diversified. Well, if I count a blocks, though, I have to count Soxy and Chippy and GDXY. So those are the best. Those are the best looking diversified funds on the week. Chippy, Soxy, GDXY, and there's RDTY, and I saw RDTE on the earlier list. But on the week, of course, Russell's rallying, and both of those are beating their respective parent, which is good, which is really good. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna go in Discord and look and see if you guys have any questions. Put them in that section. I'm gonna go prepare for this interview, and I'll be back here in a couple of hours with the live. Hopefully, somebody will be around. Hopefully, Marcus, you can be around to. Hopefully, you can be around to moderate my live stream. I have a live stream going on today. I didn't see your comment until just now. Marcus said, "What's going on?" Hopefully, he heard us talking about it. So it's on at noon my time. So that's going to be 1 your time. So after you get back from lunch, get on your computer because I need a moderator to, you know, right now, for whatever reason, my link to Twitter is broken. So I'm not live streaming to Twitter. I bet there's not 20 people watching it, but I'm going to make clips of it. There'll be thousands of people that'll watch it in the coming days, but you know, live's not going to be a huge deal. But if hopefully somebody can be there to moderate. All right, guys. Well, hey, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. I guess let's look back at the market right before we go, see if it's moving. That sold SPY T. All right. Well, it looks like we're well into the gap. Well, no, we aren't well into the gap. It looks like we paused right at yesterday's high. So we'll see what happens. Bulls and bears are fighting here. I would expect sellers to be up here, but maybe there's enough buyers just to run right through here. Of course, it's a big news day today. A lot's happening in the news, and I do not have on CNBC. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you in a few hours or about an hour and a half.